This is the story of Benjamin Drew Broyles. Drew grew up on a farm in Montana in the middle of nowhere as an only child. His father was an aspiring sushi chef, and his mother was a contortionist in the local traveling circus. It is safe to say their expectations for Drew were set pretty dang high. Living out in the middle of nowhere, Drew didn't have many friends, and was hesitant to leave his all-too-familiar home and venture out into the challenging, yet exciting, life of a college student. While sitting by the family lake, pondering the meaning of his life, Drew was visited by his neighbor Paco, the Mexican midget farmer, who gave him some well-timed, insightful advice that changed the course of Drew's life forever. Immediately following his pep talk, Drew started researching some colleges that might tickle his fancy. This is when he came across Belhaven University's website. After sending in his applications, he anxiously awaited the arrival of the acceptance letters. Let's see. Yale? Yuck. Baylor? Boring. Belhaven? Now that's what I'm talking about. After picking what was obviously the best choice, it was time to say goodbye to his best friend, Charlie Brownsville, the scientist.
If you ever leave me, baby.
Drew was all packed and ready to take off on the adventure of a lifetime, but not before saying one last goodbye to the home that he loved. After arriving at Belhaven, Drew was greeted with delicious food and friendly smiles. Next stop was the dorm rooms, which he quickly realized was way too small to fit his aerobics trampoline. Coming back from the bathroom, Drew was startled by a strange figure sitting in the corner. This was his roommate, who referred to himself as Falcor. Although he couldn't quite figure it out, there was something very strange with his new roommate. It's pretty safe to say Drew switched roommates as soon as humanly possible. Before his morning classes, he stopped by the caf to grab a bite to eat. This is where he met what will become some of his best friends over the years to come. Drew couldn't believe his eyes when he beheld the bounty that was before him. Fried chicken? This is food for the gods. What is that, rice? With gravy? You people are insane, and I sure like it. I have never seen so many drink choices in my life, said Drew to himself. I think I'll go with some classic Gatorade to replenish my electrolytes. Tasty. The time had come for Drew to attend his first class of the year, which he assumed would be a walk in the park. But after being surprised with a pop quiz, he realized that he had no idea what the heck he was doing. In fact, he was so overwhelmed, he completely lost all of his self-control and stormed out of the classroom, whimpering like a little child. Now for something Drew was excited about, baseball. But he was soon interrupted by his coach, who immediately ordered fitness for the next 2 weeks. Right about now, Drew regretted that fried chicken he ate. It did not taste better the second time around. After a long, hard first day of college, Drew was actually happy to return to his bedroom. Then the cycle started. School, fitness, sleep. School, fitness, puking, sleep. Glorious sleep. Drew had decided he had had enough of schoolwork, fitness, puking, and sleeping. So he mixed it up a little bit with the partygoers. This decision ultimately ended in more puking. Next, he tried intramurals. Pitiful. Next, he tried out for UDC, where he quickly learned that he was born with 0% bodily coordination, and gave up. His last resort was to find someone who understood him, someone to spice up his life, and someone who appreciated his lame farm jokes. Someone like Ruby Tuesday. But what once seemed like a lasting relationship ended faster than you can say chimichanga. Things were not quite falling into place as the way Drew had planned them, and they didn't get much better the next morning. It was time for the first test grades. And no, F did not stand for fantastic. As midterms rolled around, Drew was not very happy with his grades. He decided it was about time to quit the monkey business and get himself a real job. He started taking notes. Even went to private tutoring to make sure that he knew his stuff. Drew also made sure that him and Jesus were real tight, homie. After Drew had put in all the hard work, it was time for his results, and they were good. About the time finals rolled into town, Drew began to lose his confidence. He studied and restudied and read those books until his eyes were numb. That's right, his eyes were numb. Like, I'm not even kidding, like he couldn't feel his eyeballs, that's how bad it was. Overcome by nervous anxiety, Drew couldn't even think straight. Just when he was losing hope, he remembered the wise words of a true friend not long ago. Drew was given the confidence he needed to kick this test's butt. After a hasty visit to Cybergate, he had done it. A straight A semester. Drew couldn't wait to tell everyone of his accomplishment. He had climbed the mountain that is Belhaven freshman year. Attaboy, Drew. You're the man.
My name is Drew Broyles, and I played Drew Broyles in this movie.
My name's John Dixon. I was the Mexican midget farmer, filmer, and editor.
My name's Chelsea Wilson and I played Drew's girlfriend.
I'm DJ Young and I played the scientist Charlie Brown.
My name's Josh Tharp and I was Drew's weird roommate and part-time filmer.